Meet Meg. For the last few years, she has been questioning her religious upbringing. She grew up as a believing Christian and always had a love for Bible study. Recently, Meg has been bothered by contradictions she sees between Christian teachings and the actual Hebrew text of the Old Testament. Whenever she asks questions to her pastor, she's either pushed off or made to feel like a heretic for asking. She's encouraged to just accept what the church teaches as truth and to believe in JC without question. But the contradictions just got more and more glaring as she learned more and more, and she eventually stopped going to church regularly. When she tried to share her discoveries with her friends and family, she got lectures and cold shoulders. Things came to a head when she found Rabbi Tovia Singer's website with all his classes about the lies of the church and the proofs that Judaism was never replaced with a quote-unquote second edition. This was a very emotional time for Meg. She vacillated between exhilaration and terror the more it became clear to her that she no longer could believe that Christianity was the source of ultimate truth. She was alienated by her warm church community, and her head was full of warnings of eternal damnation and falling from grace. She felt like she and her husband and children landed on a deserted island with no direction or support. Where does a disillusioned former Christian go from here? How does she guide her family to live a life of true spirituality? Life was pretty depressing. Then one day, everything changed. Meg was scrolling through her newsfeed when she saw an ad for a webinar for ex-Christians like her. As soon as she saw the title, she knew she had to attend. 3 massive myths former Christians face that keep them feeling alone, rejected, and struggling to live a life according to their conscience and Jewish biblical values. She felt a tingling in her very soul as she clicked the link. Maybe now she would finally find a guiding light at the end of this tunnel. What Meg discovered in the webinar would change her life and the life of her family forever. She learned that there are options for them to live a truly biblically inspired life and to earn reward in this world and the next. For the first time in forever, the voices of doom in her head subsided, and she finally felt a sense of inner peace and hopeful inspiration for the future. Click the link below to join the webinar Meg did and experience the aha moments that Meg had while listening to Rabbi Kaufman's webinar, and finally get some expert information to start a new spiritual life for you and your family.